What's this?
No problem.
The canyons in the southern region of Leonider are as storied as they are winding. It was here that the fledgling House Leonider lured House Ukilir into a trap, leading to their rise to power.
Okay, keep your guard up. There's plenty of hiding places for bandits around here.
If we're quick, we might be able to take them out before they can organize.
Good idea. Let's move.
If there's any treasure involved, I call dibs.
Guardians, where did that come from?
Let's be quick!
Your graves are calling.
I need help over here.
They killed one of our heroes.
Another of those spirits we should kill for Burgal.
Let's go find its bones and burn them.
So, what's the plan? That way?
Let's do this.
There's bound to be more!
I am on it.
Here we go.
If there's any
That's
treasure...
the body. But where are the limbs? That spirit was angry. The rest of the bones must be around here somewhere.
Then we'll need to burn all of them to put the spirit to rest.
Right. Keep your eyes open.
Sure.
Stay close.
We can take them.
Their crimes end here.
Sounds like a plan.
Out of the way.
Unarm. Rape.
Fair enough. Let's do this. I need help over here.
Surrender now!
They killed one of our heroes.
Stick to the path.
Okay, Keahu. Here's one. Would you rather fight 100 beetle-sized catrices or one catris-sized beetle?
I'd take the 100 beetle-sized catrices. I'd bottle up all the catrices and re-release them where they couldn't do any harm. Maybe in a meadow somewhere.
Great. Now I'm imagining beetle catrices frolicking in a meadow.
Yes.
A leg.
Take them out!
Nowhere to run now.
I need help over here.
I'm fading. They killed one of our heroes.
Do not leave us just yet!
You got it.
This way.
Over there?
Sounds like a plan. That way?
We should move.
Your graves are calling.
Ancestors,
Let me see.
guide us.
Found another arm.
Move it.
Make it painless. You lead, I follow.
What do you need?
You know the
Lead
way,
the way.
right?
And the other leg. All right. That should be the last one.
This ends now. Let's be quick. Interesting.
Over there?
Sure.
What do we have here?
At once.
A storm is coming.
Over here. Over there! One of the Reavers!
Look at that, boy.
Go for the eyes.
I have your back. I'm fading.
Nowhere to run now.
You got it.
You lead,
Of
I
course.
follow.
Huh. Interesting.
if it isn't the puny pale...
I got the essence.
Splendid! Just give me a moment. Ta-da! A real beauty, as always.
Thank you.
It's one of my finest works, that's for sure. Oh, the beauty of true art. I don't think there's more I can do with it, though. Use it wisely, puny pale skin.
I have to be going.
Yes, yes, do as you please. Now, back to work.
Keep it up. Interesting.
Take a look around, see what you like.
Come again.
What's this?
Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need. You know how to bargain, don't you?
This way.
Armors and shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. Good choice. Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. You know how to bargain, don't you?
What do you mean, no? You have to send someone.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, I'm sure he'll turn up.
No, you don't understand.
What's going on here?
Oh, General. Beg your pardon. I was just...
A general?
I was just...
More excuses. My son asked...
Ma'am, as I've...
Why do you think your son is in...
That foolish boy is always running off to have adventures. It's nonsense, but I forbid him to leave.
Hold on.
You sound concerned.
Well, it's just... Corporal Tahar's channel...
Hold on.
I'm not insinuating anything, ma'am. However, General...
I don't know what's more shocking. That you were...
Did he say...
Well, not really, but he kept talking about a ruin near a mine.
Don't worry.
Guardians, tell him to come back to...
How couldn't he?
Yes. Interesting.
Yes? Want to trade? Come again.
Stay close.
May Tiara bless your path. A fair offer.
Over here.
Wait, hear that?
Aye. Sounds like trouble.
Yes. Come, let's see what's wrong. Are you okay? What's wrong?
Oh, greetings,
Why are you talking so...
Perhaps you have heard of me.
What the hell?
Ellen, strange.
Looks like you've got a fan. We have the real area, right?
Fine, I'm not.
No kidding.
Why were you in
Who wouldn't want to be area of the light?
No.
And,
All right, let's...
well, where do I start?
Stones, you're just kids. How old are you, 16?
17. And yes, either way. So, we found out about this as the Roy.
You stole the...
We borrowed it. But my friends went in.
What do you mean, Van?
Well, the temple was sealed, so we had to find another way to get.
Hold on. You bought it?
Yes, that's what it's called. I didn't buy it. Aston did.
A vinculum on the black market is...
We, bought
So let me summarize.
to save Nor.
All right.
I knew you'd help. You look like the.
As it turns out, I also have...
By Ellen.
I just hope we don't.
Let's give it a try.
That way?
Oh, yes?
What do we have here?
I'll take a look.
The Guardians have brought us back together.
Right, I remember.
Well, after our little chat, I packed my things and left went home. Baz still has it out for me. I received. Next thing I know, I was ambushed at my camp by these bandits. But hey, since you're here, could I appeal to your better...
What makes you think Baz is...
Yeah, right.
It could.
No, it was him.
If he was willing to come to the surface to talk.
I'm not naive.
Okay, you have it.
Splendid. I knew the Guardians had us cross paths for a reason. I'll wait here.
A storm is coming.
Interesting.
Ugh, cramp.
Bandits up ahead.
Friend.
Me? All right. Stick to the path.
Sure, make the dwarf do it.
You're back. Any luck?
The bandits have been dealt.
Ah, thank you. I hope that...
I'll hold you to that.
Aye, you too.
Aye.
Ancestors, guide us. If I must.
Your graves are calling.
You
Sounds
lead,
like a plan.
I follow.
Let me see.
Broken pottery and shattered chests litter the temple's halls, covered by a layer of undisturbed dust. The debris, along with the sealed entrance, hint at the disturbance that...
Whoa! Iskrim is dreadful.
These must be your friends. Hold on. Do you hear that noise?
Yes. That's something big. And it's angry.
Who is Area of the Light? You have brought aid. Greetings. I am Corporal Tahar, the child of the betrayer.
Helen's reigns. This is...
Wait,
Your ear.
Give it a rest, Lana.
We do not break
Do you have to say of the light?
I hate to be a bother, but this bite...
Let me guess. You must be asked.
Mother?
Iskrim the Smith.
Okay, time to stop this nonsense.
One of the spiders...
They sound like the world's ending.
Yes. Look.
They've been like that for an hour now. But it looks like...
Indeed.
How in EO did you awaken?
We are mighty mate.
Honestly, we don't know. We just brought the...
Kid must...
I see. Your friend here says the temple opening closed.
Well, the vinculum got really hot.
I guess you can't trust everything on the black market. Looks like we have to deal...
Wait, you're actually going to fight?
If the Titan gets out...
This will be a tough fight, General.
No need to remind me.
Of course.
That power. Killing them will probably...
And the other one?
No, we use the amulet to ban it.
You sound dreadfully optimistic, considering you've never...
Because he's a hero.
Not really. I just don't know how else we're supposed to...
Oh, well, still...
You shall be quiet and take care of your injured friend. No buts.
You got it.
All right. Kill the spiderlings before they reach the openings. They're keeping the Titan alive.
That way?
Let's get this over with.
Yes.
Lead the way.
All right, here goes nothing. Here we go. You got it. Get ready. Sure. All right, here goes nothing. At once. Of course. What do you need? Let's do this.
I'm listening.
You were saying? You know the way, right? Yes.
Stick to the path. Make it quick then. If I must.
Here we go.
Go ahead. This is it. It must be done.
Yes? Let's make it painless. Let's get this over with. Do you need me? I have your back.
What is it? Keep it up. Out of the way. Attack!
Drop your weapons!
This ends now.
It's down.
Use the amulet on the other one. Now!
I am.
There. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yes. Let's check on the youngsters. We did it.
So we heard.
We'll get you to a... Now look, this isn't a game. You could have gotten yourself...
I know.
But it's not a game to us. We want...
But why pretend...
They're heroes. They stood up to the purity even when all seemed lost.
I understand your motivations, but...
Ourselves?
Of course you are. You're Aston.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
They acquired a vinculum, used it, and then almost successfully...
Really?
I do. But maybe start with smaller goals.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're not pretending anymore.
I do, dummy.
Well, that just happened. I'm glad we found...
Yes. I'm surprised.
You're planning to...
If the Queen allows... Come. Let's head back to Greykeep. Aston's mother will be waiting for us.
My poor baby. Look at you.
I'm fine, Mommy.
You couldn't have been more careful with him, General. He's got these bites all over his leg. Here, just take it. I won't have Lady Ara spreading rumors that I don't compensate. Tiara's blessings, General. Good day.
So, what's the plan?
The journey to Old Halu starts off well, but soon becomes arduous. The hot, humid air of the leaf-shade forest covers your skin in sweat, so that you quickly feel as though you're traveling wrapped in wet blankets. As you retire to your tent on the third day of your journey, you slip into a deep dream.
Would you look at that? The fabled General Erev is back once again. Color me impressed. 3 years of scratching the surface, and now you're finally ready to go deeper. Why, I wonder? No, don't say anything. It's because the people out there trust you once again, isn't it? If only they knew. If only you knew. Either way, you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to proceed with the charade. Let's see, where were we? Right. You and I were on our way to Cavil to meet your Colonel Rickus. But then, as we approached the village, we saw the smoke.
This way. Stay close.
Guardians. What's this?
No, 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 no!
Ma'am, come. We need to get back to...
They're dead. Egosh, Naima, Yera, they're all dead. And aren't these your soldiers, General? That colonel you sent ahead?
Yes, that's him.
But how, Guardians, how? You said the orcs wouldn't arrive before nightfall. You promised us.
I don't know, ma'am. I just don't know. Something must have...
Wait, Kieran. He's marching for cattle as we speak, isn't he? If that orcish horde is already here, they'll come for them next. We have to go back to the outpost, General, now. We have to find my son before the orcs find...
There never was a treasury, was there?
Guardians!
Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. Did you really think you could fool us that easily?
What are you talking about?
Tava! It must be done. This is it.
Ma'am, are you okay? Tava?
They got me.
Damn it. Don't talk. You have to conserve your strength. We need to get you back to the outpost. Hang in there, okay?
Kieran, no, we have to warn him.
Interesting. What do we have here? Over here. What's this?
Almost there. And still so far from the truth. Oh, come on. Do you really think that's how the story ends? You saved me, saved my son, and that's it? No, General. It's not that simple. It never is.
Like before, you spend the rest of the night staring at the ceiling. As the reveille sounds, you're the first back to the horses. Halfway through the day's journey, you pass a village, bathed in crimson from the autumn leaves. Still weary from the lack of sleep, you don't realize that something's amiss until one of your soldiers returns from within the palisades, skin pale, lips trembling. The Crescent. You follow the man to the town square, where the villagers stand gathered, frozen, their eyes devoid of life. They were siphoned. Sergeant Rolkin falls into step beside you. "We better find these corrupted, General," he says. "We better find them fast."
Well then, it's just us from here on out.
Is it just me, or does this place feel, well, jittery?
What do you mean?
It's as if it's really hard to focus. If that Hibernian prince really experimented with the veil in different realities, that might be the reason.
Possible. Now let's find that staff. And we should keep an eye out for anything else that might help us. If that prince studied the god of light, there might also be writings worth looking into. What do you need?
Ugh, crump.
Bring it down!
Let's make it painless.
Hi.
Keep it up. The barrier.
That prince was quite fond of his riddles, wasn't he?
That's what the Hibernians are known for, isn't it? Mechanisms, dragons, and traps. Let's see if we can find a way to open it.
You know the way, right?
So, Kyawu, now that you've been out here a while, what do you think?
Do you know how to make bread?
What? Yes? Why?
Say you make bread every day. You memorize the ingredients, the motions, and then one day you see someone else making bread, only they're not using the same ingredients or doing the same motions, and yet their bread comes out fine. And then you wonder what other kinds of breads are out there.
Your point?
I was never good with metaphors. I will do it. Over there? Ancestors, guide us. Stick to the path.
That way?
What is it?
You got it. Sure. I'll catch up. At once.
Out of the way.
Oh, yes?
Like before, you spend the rest of the night staring at the ceiling. As the
Go ahead.
I'll catch up.
I follow. Lead the way.
Yes. This way. Out of the way.
That way?
Rera, thank you for the brandy the other night. You were right. I fell asleep quickly.
Aye, you're welcome. Always does the trick.
I guess I'm a light sleeper. Back in my village, when the storms would pass through, I'd sit and watch all night from my tent. Sometimes if my mother woke, she would sit with me. We just sat there. Never had to say a word.
You must miss her.
I do.
Over here.
Sounds like a plan. Of course.
Keep it up.
Ugh, cramp. You got it.
You know the way, right?
Someone has to say it, Iria. That you're actually an old lady is somewhat weird.
I'm 42. Some elves would hardly consider me an adult.
Old enough to be my mother. When I'm your age, I'll probably be all grey and have a lady beard.
Dwarven women get ladybeards?
Can we change the subject?
Sounds like a plan. That way? Changed your mind? By the way, Iria, I remember it now. That terrible dwarf joke the Empyrean sailor told me. Let's hear it. What do you call a dwarven fairy tale? A short story. This conversation never happened.
Stay close.
Sure.
Stick to the path.
We can take them.
Move in.
Of course.
Look out!
At once. You got it.
Yes.
Sounds
Stay
like a plan.
close.
To the grave. Take
Wait.
them out.
Watch for its arms!
Nowhere to run now.
You're next!
Graves are calling.
If there's any treasure involved, I call dibs.
Ancestors, guide us.
That way?
Make it quick then. If I must.
Interesting.
I have this.
Huh. Interesting. You got it.
You lead, I follow.
Let's be quick!
We can take them.
Yes.
Let's get this over with.
Sure.
Move in.
I'll catch up. Let me see.
I am on it.
Ugh, cramp.
Just give the word.
Yes?
I'm listening.
We should move.
Hmm?
So, what's the plan?
A storm is coming.
Yes?
Keep it up. Attack!
Sounds like a plan.
Let's do this.
This is it. Out of the way. Over here. This way. Over here. Yes. Out of the way. Stay close. Keep it up. What do we have here? What's this? Interesting.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Let's do this.
That's a big one.
I will do it.
Sure. Of course. You got it.
Stay close. It must be done. Attack!
That way?
Go for the eyes!
Please, surrender now!
Over there? Lead the way. Me?
I'll take a look.
All right. I will do it.
Old Halu. Almost every seasoned adventurer has a tale or two to tell about the Hibernian ruins and the treasures that supposedly lie within. They are dark tales, filled with the danger of ancient magic and the lure of untold riches. None who venture there and back can quite explain the sense of unease that permeates the place. Perhaps it's the legacy of an early grave, or the silence of a dead civilization. Or perhaps it is even the temple itself.
Sure. Let's do this.
You know the way, right?
You lead, I follow.
This is it. What?
This looks as though it belongs to some kind of mechanism, doesn't it?
Yes. Do you see these empty sockets? It seems to be missing something.
I'll catch up.
If there's any treasure involved, I call dibs.
Rera, about what you said the other night. Do you really not think lasting peace is possible?
That's the thing. I do, but not by believing in a lasting peace. Look at Windhome. All it took was one dwarf to die before everything went to shit. Why? Because we were complacent.
So you're saying that we can't let our guard down? How is that peace?
It can be peaceful for the people. There will always have to be someone, leaders, your circle, who will have to remain vigilant. That stone looks like it could fit into the altar sockets, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's give it a try. What do we have here?
Ancestors, guide us.
Yes.
Get ready!
Ugh, cramp.
What's this?
Stick to the path.
Sure, make the dwarf do it.
Take it out!
I need help over here.
Please, surrender now!
Sure. All right, here goes nothing.
Abomination, watch
Move
out!
Your grave, Colin. Nowhere to run now.
This way.
You got
Out
it.
of the way.
I'll catch up.
Let's be quick!
I have this.
That way?
To the
Abomination,
grave.
watch out!
Nowhere to run now.
Me? All right.
You know the way, right?
Lead the way.
Stay close.
There we go. Perfect fit.
Keep it up.
You got it.
Over here. Big one. Careful.
And the jade staff.
Take him.
Watch for its arms!
Fair enough. Let's do this.
This ends now.
Over there?
What do you need?
Good work. Let's take a look at the staff.
Sure it won't blow up or throw a lightning bolt right into our faces? Because this temple seems to have a tendency to do so.
We have to take our chances. So this is it.
How does it feel?
Powerful. And somewhat similar to when the masked woman used the horde of souls in that village.
Makes sense. Both are filled to the brim with magical energy. We'll need to be extremely careful handling it.
We will be. Anyway, we're done here. Let's find a way back to the surface. Our troops must be getting worried.
While the Wolf Guard is in good spirits, thanks to the success of your mission, for you, the journey back to Greykeep turns into an arduous trial. The nightmares are back. Again and again, you find yourself in your study in Imperia, hands ablaze, your skin melting off like wax. Seconds later, you're awake and screaming. As you try to make sense of the nightmares, your thoughts keep returning to your encounters with the strange light figure. The light. Feed the light.
Time to file a report. I should request an audience with the Queen.
Interesting.
General. My accent. Oh, I lost...
You still owe me an explanation for what happened in Calibrock. Who was Zayath? And what does she have to do with the death of your family?
And here I was hoping you'd forgotten about it. Fine. I promised you the truth, didn't I? I can tell you, but it's not exactly an uplifting story. Also, I imagine you have better things to do.
I want to know my allies. I helped you in Calibrock, so at least tell me what this is about.
As you wish. Come, let's talk somewhere else. Somewhere with less people around. Well then, you've heard about the Bloodburn, haven't you?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it only affected people who weren't magically gifted. I already told you in La that my family, my wife, and my boy died from the Bloodburn. What you don't know, though, is that I could have prevented it. I thought Scythe was responsible, but she was right. I'm to blame. To make it short, when the Bloodburn first surfaced, I refused to see it for what it really was. When the rest of our village fled, I forced my family to stay. And when it hit a week later, it happened fast. I didn't notice because I'm a mage and it didn't affect me. But when I got back home from the laboratory, my wife, Jerobi, and my son, Atros, greeted me at the doorstep. Their eyes swollen and their foreheads burning with fever.
What were they like? Atros and Jerobi?
Different than me. Atros was only 7 when he died, but he took after Jerobi. Good-hearted and optimistic. I never understood how she did it. She had been through hell, and yet she didn't let it bring her down. I still don't understand what she saw in a pessimist like me.
I understand her. You're intelligent and you're kind.
What makes you think I'm kind?
I don't know. It's just something about you. You're distant and withdrawn, but I can tell.
If you say so.
What was your profession?
I told you I was a mage of the intelligence. A scholar.
Yes, but how did you provide for your family? Research alone doesn't pay for food.
It does in the realm. If you're a part of the intelligence and the council deems the focus of your work worthy, it will provide for you as long as you pursue your studies. That's what Scythe and I did in that village. We studied the nature of life and death.
How come your son didn't live in a commune?
Because we didn't live in Calibrock, but in a small village near the coast. Most children there are brought to the Calibrock communes when they come of age, but there are exceptions.
Why didn't you flee with the others?
Well, what I told Jerobi was that the rumors were superstitious nonsense. A plague that spreads through a song in the wind. Nonsense.
Only that wasn't the full truth.
Mostly I ignored it because I was too absorbed with myself. All I cared about was my work. My experiments. I was on the verge of a breakthrough, and had I abandoned the laboratory, they would have failed. So I rationalized the danger, and stayed. I spent the next fortnight watching them die. And there was nothing I could do. All my life I'd spent studying the nature of life and death. Yet they withered away right before my eyes.
You're a mage. Did you try to heal them?
Of course I did. But it was pointless. And even though I tried to tell myself otherwise, I knew it the moment they opened that door.
And that's when you broke ties with the realm?
I didn't break ties. I just ran. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember. It was all blurry. Fragments. I must have spent at least a moon in my home, drinking myself to oblivion. When I finally came to my senses, I was lying in an abandoned fisherman's hut somewhere in the swamps, covered in dirt and bug bites.
That must have been just weeks before you met Tahar, right?
Yes. Have you ever lost someone, General? Someone who was the world to you?
Yes.
Then maybe you know how it feels. That kind of pain. It never goes away. Every day it's like I'm walking through this fog. And while I know I'm alone, I can still see their silhouettes up ahead, reminding me of what once was, and what could have been if I hadn't murdered them. Syeth was also an intelligence scholar, and we worked together in the laboratory. Just a few weeks before I came here, I found out that she'd been to a village the Bloodburn had infested long before it came to ours. So I shifted the blame onto her. Had she told me how dangerous the Bloodburn was, I would have fled with the others, I told myself. It was nonsense, of course, and she was right. I ignored the warning signs even when they became so evident that she left. And all because I was too arrogant to abandon my research. I killed them.
You didn't kill them, Wraith. You made a mistake.
The result's the same.
I'm sorry for your loss.
So am I. I guess if there really is a silver lining to everything, then mine is that their death made me realize something. Ultimately, we're on our own. As long as you make your purpose for living something outside of your control, you're doomed to lose it all eventually. I'll never make that mistake again. Anyway, I've been rambling on for too long. I hope I satisfied your curiosity, General. I will see you on the next mission.
Keep it up. What's this? What do we have here? Yes.
General.
I'll be going.
Sure.
What do you need? What's this? Interesting.
General, what is it?
How would you like to grab a drink?
A drink? Why? Do you need to discuss something?
No, I'd just like to get to know you better.
Oh? Well, sure, why not? I could use a breather. So, yeah, sure. Let's go. I know a good spot. No way! You're making this up, right?
No, that's what he said.
This potion shall grant you the virility of a bull.
Ellen's reigns. Hard to believe that line would work on anyone. But then again, Empyreans are a funny folk. You know, as a child I always wanted to cross the Sea of Dreams. See all those exotic places the bards always sing about.
What stopped you?
Money, mostly. And now, responsibility. I'm a circle mage. I don't feel like one, and I'm not sure I'm doing a particularly good job at it, but still. I can't just turn tail because I feel like it, can I? People are counting on me.
Say you had crossed the Sea of Dreams. Where'd you have gone?
Kalea, maybe? Or Zhu. Ultimately, I don't think the place would have mattered. What I've always loved about the idea of traveling to a new country is that it would have been a fresh start. You know, turning the page, starting over.
I've been wanting to do that for a long time. Go someplace entirely different, far away from Imperia or Northander.
Well, maybe you can do it when your generaling days are over. Who knows? Anyway, we digress.
Now that you mention it, I've been wondering, what made you stay after the Purity Wars were over?
Good question. Do you know the saying, if everybody would take care of himself, then everybody would be taken care of? That used to be me. But then during the Purity Wars, I came to realize that that's nonsense.
Why?
Because it completely ignores that there are positions of power. If you'd come across a woman being robbed by 2 highwaymen, you'd help her, right? You'd do it because she probably couldn't help herself. But you could. The more powerful we become, physically or in society, the more responsibility we have. It's easy to ignore that if you've never needed help from someone else. Or in my case, if you've hit rock bottom and fought your way up on your own. Because especially then you think, I didn't get any help, so why should others? But that's a fallacy. Just because you had it hard doesn't mean everybody else should.
What makes you think that you're doing a bad job as a circle mage?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't feel very authoritative, I guess. And honestly, those formal gowns? Ugh. Whenever I have to wear them for a conclave, I feel like a peacock. And don't get me started on the bodices. How some women wear these things voluntarily is beyond me. Then again, out of all the circle mages, I'm probably the best fit for these things. I mean, gore at a royal conclave? Uran? No thank you.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing a good job.
Thanks.
But you aren't planning on giving up your position anytime soon, are you?
No, of course not. But enough about me. What about you, General Erev? What drives you? Yeah, you're acting under orders, but I still can't help but feel that this mission is personal to you.
Well, I messed up badly back in Imperia, and this is my second chance. Not everybody gets those.
Wait, but you don't remember what happened that day, do you? How can you say you messed up then?
I lost my entire division, and the orcs butchered the town I was supposed to protect. Regardless of how it happened, I'd say that qualifies as messing up, wouldn't you?
I guess so. Anyway, I had a great time, but we've been talking for over an hour now. We should probably get back to the wolf chamber. I mean, we don't want there to be any gossip, do we?
I wouldn't mind.
Is that so? See you around, General. I'm glad you joined us.
What do we have here? This way. What's this? Interesting. What do we have here? What's this? What are you reading?
What? It's...
All right, but if you need to talk, I'm here.
Well, actually, I could...
Yes.
Fair enough. Someone died. My former husband, Lauren.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. But first Tahar, and now him. Fate has a messed up sense of humor.
I didn't even know you were married.
Well, I never told anyone. Lauren and I... that was 8 years ago. 2 years after I fled Finn and Mir, and 4 years before I met Tahar.
You were a vagabond before you joined Tahar, weren't you?
Yes, I was. A traveling healer.
Why did you flee Finn on Mir? I meant to ask you, but I never got the chance.
Long story. Suffice it to say that I trusted the wrong people.
All right. I see. So, who was Lauren? How did you meet?
In the woods of Highmark. He was a forester. I had made camp in a clearing, but must have eaten something bad for dinner. Because when I woke up the next day, I had terrible stomach cramps. I tried to push on, but I couldn't even move without throwing up. So instead, I spent the whole day lying in my tent, puking my guts out. The problem was, my provisions were almost gone, and I was severely dehydrated.
I guess Lauren found you?
Found me, took me to his village, and nursed me back to health. When I had fully recovered, he offered to let me stay, and that I did. For 2 years.
Just like that?
No, not just like that. But if I were to tell you the whole story, we'd still be sitting here by dawn. It simply felt right. I don't know how else to say it.
And you got married?
After a year, yes. You see, Lauren was a good man. One of these incredibly honest, genuine people who wear their hearts on their sleeves. Simply because they have nothing to hide. He was kind, caring, and beautiful. And though he knew he didn't have much to offer materially, he laid what he had at my feet. And all of that even though I wasn't even a good match. An exiled elf. A vagrant, a mage. There were plenty of other women he could have been with. But he wanted me. I still don't get it, to be honest.
And the villagers didn't have a problem with you being an elf and him being a human?
I would have thought so. But the people in Auchendale didn't, no. They actually respected me. Though Lauren probably played a big role in that. The people loved him.
You make it sound as though Lauren was perfect. Was he really?
Well, not entirely, of course. He was a little too complacent sometimes and always went out of his way to avoid an argument. If it hadn't been for that, he could have easily become the village mayor. He simply didn't want it, though. He didn't have the ambition, as far as dark secrets were concerned, though. He had none. He was just good. And that's it.
Did you love him?
Yeah, I did.
So, what happened between you?
Well, one day I woke up with a strange feeling. As though all of a sudden there was a huge leaden weight on my shoulders. Everything felt so alien, so wrong. Our bed, the flowers he had brought me the day before, everything. Even Lauren himself. I wanted to tell him, but for some reason, the mere thought of it turned my stomach. So I left. I wrote him a letter, packed my things, and I left.
How could you do that to him? Leaving without saying a word?
I don't know, Arev. I just don't know. But staying, it just wasn't an option. It would have smothered me, dramatic as that may sound. And please don't think this came easy for me. On the contrary, I spent the next few months doing nothing but crying. I know it doesn't make it any better, but that's how it was.
And you have absolutely no idea where that feeling came from?
No. I've thought about it a lot, but all I've come up with are guesses.
Such as?
I'd rather not go into detail. I'm sorry.
And that's the end of the story? You left and never went back?
Well, I did go back to Auchendale 3 years later. He was with a new woman, and she was expecting.
Must have felt strange.
It did at first, yeah. But ultimately, I'm glad that he was able to move on. He deserved happiness.
I see. And how did he die? Who wrote that letter?
A mercenary that I hired some weeks ago. I had been thinking of him a lot after Tahar's death, and wanted to make sure he was okay, which, as it turns out, he wasn't. He got bit by a rabid wolf while he was out in the woods.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do.
You already have. You listened.
This might be a stupid question, but how do you feel?
Huh. Lost, I guess. I know Lauren probably loathed me for what I did, but up to this day I had always felt as though he was still there. And now he's gone. And I never even found the courage to explain why I left, or to apologize. You remind me of him somehow. You know that? You're good. The world is filled with selfish fools, but you're not one of them.
What makes you think that?
I just do. You know, I've been with men and women since, but I always seem to cling to only the ones who don't love me. To the ones who do, like Lauren. I'm like poison. Good thing we're just friends, isn't it?
And here I was about to recite my love sonnets. All 30 of them.
Please, spare me. I need some time now, okay? I'll be ready when duty calls.
Yes?
Ah, Arev.
Brandy?
Not just any brandy. The brandy. Vintage 44-412. Right from Windholm's finest distilleries. Rara gave it to me.
Well, someone looks happy today. What's the occasion?
Hey, we found a tool to identify the corrupted, didn't we? And since Wraith is all busy preparing for that ritual, we might as well kick back in the meantime. And also, never mind.
All right, give me a sip.
What, here? No way. Come on, I know a good spot. Yeah, I know what you mean. Wraith can be quite the iceberg sometimes. Honestly, I still don't know what to make of him sometimes. He just seems so detached from everything.
He's been through a lot.
I know. Tell me, Aerith. Do you think it'll work? Are we going to stop Jakku just by hunting down the corrupted?
Well, so far, the Aliani prophecy has been accurate, and it's our best bet.
And yet you sound optimistic. I like that about you, Aerith. I always imagine the worst. You know, that day before the battle on the Golden Road, when Tahar set out to crush the purity once and for all, I was frightened to death. I didn't show it, but I was. The thought that so many lives rested on our shoulders, it crushed me. And now here we are again, caught up in some cosmic scheme that might end with the destruction of our world. It's depressing. Helen's reigns. Why did I even bring this up? This was meant to be a fun time.
A good conversation is fun. At least for me.
True. Still, let's get back to the drinking part. Here, take... Oh, shit. The bottle's empty.
I'll find us another one.
I don't know. Come to think of it, the headache will be bad enough as it is. Listen, there's something I wanted to ask you. Wraith, how do you feel about him?
What do you mean? How do I feel?
Oh, come on, Aerith. I've heard how you talk to each other. Are you just exploring all your options? Or do you feel something more?
We're friends. Why'd you ask?
Oh, well, I've been thinking a lot, and... Ellen's reigns. I'm so bad at this.
I think it's cute.
At least you're having fun. I like you, Aerith. I did since the moment I saw you on the Keep's bridge, with that lost look on your face. I just enjoy being around you, and I feel as though we're connected. Not to mention that you're, quite easy on the eyes.
Well, the feeling's mutual. You're also very... easy on the eyes.
Oh, so it's all about the looks, huh? Helen's reigns, aren't we superficial creatures?
Sorry, that came out wrong. I like you too, Iria. You're... well, you've become important to me.
Funny, isn't it? I was hoping you'd say that. I wanted it so much. And now here I am without the slightest idea what I should say.
Then don't say anything.
Look who's awake. Rise and shine, Sir Easy on the Eyes.
Iria? What time is it?
Early. Don't worry, we've still got plenty of time until Wraith's ritual. How do you feel, Aerith?
I couldn't feel any better.
Glad to hear that. Thank you. For last night, I mean. It really meant something to me.
It did to me too. What now, though?
Good question. I know this may sound odd, but do you mind if we keep this open? At least for now.
It's okay. For now.
Good. I'd love to stay a bit longer, but I think we should pay the Wolf Chamber a visit, don't you? Just to make sure the Queen doesn't think the Dark Crescent sent an assassin after us. Though you should probably put some clothes on first. I like the look, but it doesn't exactly add to your authority.
Out of the way.
Ah, General. I've been meaning to talk to you.
Probably.
Aye. It was a...
That's charitable.
Ah, General. I've been meaning to... Aye. It was...
That's charitable. Stay close. Yes.
Great view, isn't it?
Is it?
Hell yes. Either way, something you need?
How'd you do it?
Do what? Look so...
No.
Ha! Once upon a time, there was a dark elven boy. Like every dark elf from Calabrook, like the hyena's children are, the other boys quickly caught scent of his weakness. And so only 1 week after his admission into the communes, the boy found himself surrounded by 3 other boys, demanding his breakfast ration.
What did he...
He handed both over. It went on for months. Until one night, the boy found himself awake in bed, so deeply terrified of the following morning that he considered giving up altogether.
Wait.
Were you ever a child, Erev? For boys, the approval of their peers is all there is. And not only did the boy not have that, the others hated and ridiculed him. The boy had no friends, no family, no prospect of things ever getting better.
There were overseers in the communes, right? How come they didn't do anything?
That one's easy, because the whole idea of the communes is weeding out the weak.
What about Wraith?
Wraith was one of those boys who compensated for his lack of muscle with wits. He made friends with some of the older boys by running errands for. So when the boys who bullied me tried to pull the same stunt on him, 2 broad-shouldered 50ers...
Smart.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
But the boy didn't kill himself.
No, because when he snuck inside the laboratories where the overseers kept the liquid, he realized something. Most of his dread was fear. The boy was afraid of the grim days that lay ahead of him. The boy didn't fight back because he was afraid of the...
And then?
Then he realized that even if the future and the world were as grim and dark as he thought they were, he sure as fuck he could spend his whole life in fear. It wouldn't change a damn thing. All that mattered was action. And on that night, he had 2 choices. Ending it under the assumption that it wouldn't get any better, or wiping away those... The next day, when the boys came for his bread, he broke their leader's nose. They broke his hand in return, but they left. When they came back the morning after, the boy awaited them with a bottle of poison, which he threw right into their faces. They didn't come back after that. And a year later, they were eating out of his hand. What I'm getting at... So, do I want to see Jakku stopped? Yes. Do I
What about Zerobi?
I had a feeling you'd bring that up. Yes, Erev. I am afraid. As much as it fucking hurts. I never said I wasn't. I just try to keep my...
Fair enough. Fear can be useful, though. It can raise your awareness of dangers.
Really? Do you need to tell yourself over and over that putting your... You can assess the risks of a
Interesting.
Glad to be of service.
So, Catris.
By the Guardians, are you flirting with me, General?
Not really. How's the morale of your men?
What do you mean, morale?
Not you, though, right?
Oh...
Do what?
Solemn declarations of ideals, me telling you that I've changed. If I had a penny for every time I told some rich fool what he wanted to hear...
Deal. I'll be going.
So long.
Go ahead.
General, come for a chat.
This may sound a little odd.
Right into the deep stuff, eh?
Wouldn't that help?
Why? So that I can picture myself all old and saggy trying to rip... The more you think about these kinds of things, the more you worry.
I've been wondering.
Of course I'd...
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait to rot in a mouldy, dark... Especially since, you know, just taking my things and making a run for it once the job here is done.
You're right. That sounds so... You and Wraith don't like...
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
How come?
No, it's all... See, Jen, take what happened to his... I, on the other...
And that's why Wraith dislikes you?
I think so, yeah. To him, I'm a primitive, selfish, drunken brute whose recklessness is the...
Did you ever try to...
Yeah, recent.
How did that go?
Just how I expected. He...
I see. I'll be going.
So long.
I'm listening. this?
Oh, General! I'm glad you stopped by.
Sure.
I wanted to apologize.
Before?
The last time we spoke. I realized...
Really?
I suppose. But it's easy when you never...
I know the Aliani don't like outsiders, but why is being friends with one forbidden?
Well, it goes back to our teachings. To befriend an outsider is...
What happens if you break?
If the chieftain finds out? Exile. Forfeiting your place in the afterlife. Our ancestors were not jesting when they made...
Sure, but you're surrounded by outsiders now.
I'm not really in a place to disagree.
But how do you feel?
I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before.
So, you're saying we're friends?
I wouldn't go that far. I just want you to know that I'm on your side.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Actually, can you spare a few more minutes? I want to show you something.
Sure. What?
Come with me.
The market?
Yeah. Look at this.
It's a shop that sells herbs and spices.
This herb, it only grows. We use it to make a dye. When the wind picks up, the drying cloth dances in a swirl of blue. If I had to describe the Aliani as a color, this would be it.
Feeling homesick?
A little, yeah. When I left the tribe, but it's also kind of amazing. I mean, here I am, far from the steppes, and here this plant is too. We both made the journey, and the Aliani never trade with outsiders. We keep to ourselves. I never knew how much I was missing.
This is your chance then, to find out what's out there.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I should head back. Thanks for listening. You know, it's easy talking to you.
For an outsider?
Yeah, for an outsider. I'll see you later.
Keep it up.
Are you deaf? I demand to speak to her.
You know very well that's not possible. Now step back, sir.
Or what? You gonna arrest me? I served the crown when you were still sucking at your mother's teat, boy. Don't you tell me.
Commander Reinhold, please. The Queen will listen to what you have to say, but not now.
What was that about?
Didn't you hear? The Queen sent him into retirement for what happened at the Golden Road, but he just won't accept it.
Huh.
So, let me summarize. The Hibernian prince wanted the God of Light to create another reality for him. That's what his experiments were about?
According to the research notes the archaeologists dug up after we left, yes, the Jade Staff was an offering.
So, Shiog dead can not only destroy, but also create new worlds. That's unsettling.
Unsettling? It's incredible. A way to create and enter a reality where everything could be different. I mean, just imagine the implications, Your Majesty. I will research this. It's too valuable to ignore.
I want to mend this world, Skadar, not abandon it for another. Fascinating as this may be, the fact is that the God of Light's interest in our world is not creation, but erasure. You may research this later, with the Circle's help if you want. Right now, I need you to do what we agreed on. Use the staff's energy to search the tapestry of souls for the corrupted. How long before you can do so?
A day. 2 at most.
Good. Be as quick about it as you can. Vertarth, you mentioned your men found more information on the Dark Crescent's whereabouts?
Not their whereabouts, but their activities. It seems that they're raiding temples and libraries across Fiara. Seems like they're looking for something called the Temple of Light.
Sounds like a place of worship devoted to Sheegdad.
You win the prize. The name could be a coincidence, but somehow I find that unlikely. Though it's worth noting that we couldn't find mention of this temple anywhere else. And most scholars we asked only gave us a funny look when we dropped the name.
A forgotten temple, then.
Forgotten, or never discovered.
That can't be good. Kaiawu, do the writings on Jakku mention anything about such a temple? It might play a role in the prophecy.
None that I know of. Has the Crescent already located this temple, Sir Catras?
If they had, they wouldn't be looking for their other prize. An archaeologist by the name of Gilber Mercal. A few days ago, they ransacked his place in Greyfell. My men confronted them, but it seems they didn't find the archaeologist himself. What they did find, however, were various writings on this mysterious Temple of Light. My guess is that he's an expert on the subject.
So the Crescent is trying to find Miracle because they think he'll lead them to the temple.
If the archaeologist wasn't home, where could he have gone?
An expedition, maybe? He didn't leave any clues behind, but the place reportedly looked like it had been vacant for weeks.
If your men found some of his research notes, was there anything useful about the Temple of Light?
Oh, not really. Just a bunch of Dear Diary entries where he goes on and on about how no one respects his work or believes that this temple really exists. But we'll keep looking.
Wait, if the Crescent is after this temple, wouldn't that be our chance to catch them if we find it first?
A trap? Good thinking, General.
You are right. Then let us hope we do find the temple before the Crescent does. Catras, set all your men on that trail, and hire more if it helps. We will provide the coin. The conclave is concluded. Skadar, let us know when you are ready to perform the ritual. We need to act fast.
I will. And General, please come and see me if you have a moment. There's something I want to discuss.
General, do you have a moment? Yes, General?
Did you need something?
Yes. I could use your help, actually. He was last spotted near the Howling Steps.
Okay.
I want to track him down.
Why?
He didn't agree with our isolation. He called my father, but maybe it's as my father says. Once we give in to our vices, it spreads like rot, but I don't know. I want to understand.
This is really bothering.
I've always thought maybe our laws were too harsh, but then this happens, and to me, it proves why we need...
Okay, we'll head back.
Thank you. Taking care of this will set my mind at ease.
What do we have here?
General, is there anything I can help you with?
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
I didn't realize how much I missed this site.
That feeling of coming home never gets old.
Cheery place.
All right, let's look for that exile.
Oh, yes?
Yes?
What's this?
Royals and... Wait. I know you. My Ava's boy, right? What are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing, Morangi. You think you can come crawling back to the Aliani after what you did?
So you know. Ancestors. I thought I'd have more time.
You don't deny it? Is this what the outside world has done to you?
Ah, like father, like son. Your head is buried so deep in the steppes you could never understand.
Then tell me.
Who are you, anyway? And why is Kaiawu with you?
General Erev, commander of the Wolf Guard. Kaiawu is helping us to stop Sheogded.
Is he now? Then perhaps there's more to him than I thought. I wasn't planning on killing anyone. I snuck into that merchant's stall to take his coin.
Thievery. Wonderful.
I knew this merchant locked up his coin in his stall every night. Foolish, but it was the perfect opportunity. No one was supposed to be there. But while I was picking the lock, he returned. We struggled, he pulled a knife, and then before I knew it, he had gone over the wall.
Accidental or not, you still caused his death.
You speak the truth.
But why were you stealing the gold in the first place? Your selfishness cost the life of another. You always said our isolation was wrong, that we didn't need our laws to be better than our baser instincts. But look where you are.
You think being able to say, I did nothing wrong, makes you a good person? The Aliani are living in a fantasy. Their peace is only possible because they refuse to do anything. But that's not peace. It's apathy. That illusion vanishes out here. I wasn't going to do nothing. I wasn't going to let my little girl die because I didn't have the coin to save her.
You have a daughter?
Yes. And she was sick. The ways of our people would have had me pray to the ancestors and nothing more. She was going to die without medicine. Medicine that I couldn't afford. So I stole the gold. You tell me what that makes me.
However noble your intentions, nothing will erase the fact that you killed that merchant.
Yes, I know. I'm not trying to excuse my actions. A life for a life. Kill me, outsider, and be done with it.
What?
I came out here to die. I won't rot in some prison.
No. You're an exile. You forfeited your right to these lands.
Kaiawu, what is more important? Being right or being kind? You're with these outsiders? Why didn't you stay in the village?
This isn't about me.
No, of course not. Well, outsider?
Kaiawu, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. Truth be told, my head is clouded with storms.
I won't kill you.
No, I won't go back there.
I'm sorry.
Sheogded take you.
You're next.
Kaiawu, are you okay?
He gave us no choice. Despite what he said, it ended in suffering. I need to think about things. Could we talk when we're back in Greykeep?
Sure. Let's go.
Ah, General.
How are you doing?
Still thinking about...
What about it?
I don't know. But maybe he had a point. Am I so different from him? I told my father I wanted to be someone who actually did something. Maybe...
You're not foolish. You left out of a desire to help people. That's called caring.
Morangi was trying to help someone he loved.
You're not him. Just because you...
You're probably right. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm...
See? That doubt is...
Yeah.
Anytime.
Let's get back to it then.
What is it?
Yes, General?
Thanks for the chat.
Of course. Listen for the storm.